Spaceships. Pirates. Bounty hunters. Dragons. And chickens? Space-tacular. This is a story that takes place with Alara, who finds out about a job to rescue a chicken, which turns out to be a lot more than she expected. Viewers will be taken on an epic space adventure full of suspense, comedy, and all-out excitement in a BDAS Productions' newest film, Space-tacular.
Adam Simons, the concept draw doer. Eisner and Oscar award-winning, Tony-nominated draw doer. Bessie McConnell, the organised freak, putting together the schedules and milestones and keeping the boys in line. It's a tough job, okay? Byron Linton, the dramatic scriptwriter. He writes the writing that needs to be written. His flair for the dramatic keeps the audience on the edge of their seats, and it shows throughout the narrative of the story. Lucas Stoddard, the concept drawer and storyboarder of important stuff. The quiet but deadly drawer of the important stuff. He conceptualizes the assets throughout the story, from the flight objects to the scenes. Ryan Giles, the creator of 3D life. He can be confused with God from his skills of giving life to our 3D characters and scenes in our wonderful virtual reality. Tom McGuinness, the one and only image-smashing compositor, the one and the only voice guy. His colourful tone keeps you awake, while his compositing awesomeness sends you out of this world. Together, we present to you BDAS Productions.
Oh, that's bad.
Space-tacular is a crazy space adventure film that will be the pilot to a short animated TV series. We've created a universe where Earth has been destroyed for maybe hundreds of years, where humanity wanders the stars with no real home. Most of the population's been moved to massive world ships where they can survive while searching for suitable planets to colonize. The events that left humanity homeless are lost in the misty past, and only a few people even care to know what happened. As you'd expect from a destitute and hopeless situation, a lot of the remaining human population has resorted to a life of crime. We can see that in our pirates, even though they have a nobler motive underneath their petty thievery and marauding. So this is more than just a story about some bounty hunters and pirates. It's a story about humanity finding its way together after a cataclysm renders an entire species homeless and hopeless. It's a story about finding hope in a hopeless universe.
Three main protagonists make up this multi-crew of bounty hunters. Creature Azul, Old Man Cyrus, and last but not least the easily excitable airheaded Captain Lara. And together they make up the crew of Black Dragon Assault Squad, or otherwise known as Badass. Lara always tries to make the best of any situation, but like any antagonist of comedy, she always makes things worse. She tries her best to look cool and badass in front of the crew, but the harder she tries, the harder she fails. Not much is known about Creature Azul, but its snarky, slimy personality always makes things interesting. Speaking that he is the life of the party often becomes the punchline of a bad joke. Like a bottomless pit, his mind is always on food, and usually nothing can persuade him otherwise when he sees an opportunity to chow down a meal. An old war dog, Old Man Cyrus has lost many friends over the years, but he'll risk life and limb for his precious crew. Having fought in the Third Galactic War, he became a weapon specialist and a professional badass. Will these three fulfill their destiny, or will they lose their last chance to make the big time?
Horrible Captain Jim is a fearsome man who will stop at nothing to get what he wants. He has an eye patch and a cold dark stare that will send terror into any disobedient crew member. Jim is always seen with his space lizard pet on his shoulder. No one knows where it came from or why Jim likes it so much. But of course, the captain of the ship is nothing without a crew. All the crew members run a very tight ship. Half of the crew members work below decks to keep the ship running with the regular maintenance, to keep the engine stable, make sure there is enough fuel for each mission, and maintain general ship duties, trying to keep the ship clean. On the main deck, the pirates keep themselves occupied by keeping their weapons in check, complaining about the food, and talking behind the captain's back.
The spacebar. It's dirty, dangerous, and full of strange and deadly bounty hunters from all over the galaxy. This is where our adventure begins. The protagonist ship. Cheap, dirty, and poorly built, but it's unique, with its own special kind of charm and personality. The Happy Chicken cargo ship. It's square, efficient, and mass-produced, the polar opposite of the protagonist ship. The pirate ship. It's gigantic, powerful, the terror of the cosmos. The chicken. It's fearsome, protective, bird-like, the last line of defense for the precious and secretive cargo.
The support you give us will fund the project from start to finish. The first part of the funding will be used for the pre-production, where we will flesh out the concepts, make the storyboards and the animatic. The next step is main production, creating the animation and recording the voice acting and original score. We bring it all together in post-production, where we will have a finished adventure to share. The very last part of the funding will be used to deliver this to you guys, and let as many more people as we can know about this project through promotion and entering film festivals.
So, where do we go from here? Well, as you know, Spacetacular is the pilot to a short animation series. We plan on creating the most exciting and wonderful show for all to enjoy. But first, we'll premiere in the March 2016 Glasgow Short Film Festival to give all of you a small taste of what to expect. After the film festival, we'll be showing Spacetacular on our channel for free for all to enjoy, so make sure you keep up to date with the latest details of our crazy adventure making this short film. There's a real possibility this movie isn't for you, but if it is, it'll be the greatest movie you have ever seen. With our combined forces, we'll create something great. Remember our name, BDAS Productions.
Oh, that's badass.
No chickens were hurt in the making of this film. All content is computer generated, and although may seem realistic, aren't due to our badass skills. We take no responsibility for you being misguided by our awesomeness.